In the heart of the 14th century, the Oyo Empire trembled, not because of foreign invaders, but because of its own king. Sango, the third elephant, was a man of thunderous charisma. Draped in crimson robes, he sat upon a throne that felt more like a volcano. In his hand, he held the Oshe, a carved wooden staff with twin blades. It was a terrifying weapon, and a sacred inheritance tied deeply to the Nupe kingdom of his mother's people. He was a warlord, but the Oshe he carried represented the duality of his reign, the devastating force of a conqueror, and the absolute fairness of a king dispensing swift, balanced justice. When Sango grew truly enraged, and his judgment was passed, sparks of real fire leaped from his mouth, and the twin blades of his staff seemed to hum with the raw power of the storm. Sango's volatile nature was mirrored by his three wives. Oba, the first wife, was the pillar of tradition, performing a horrific sacrifice, cutting off her own ear for his meal, in a desperate bid for his love. Her heartbreak turned her into a weeping river. Ocean, the second wife, brought the king music and diplomacy, masking a sharp, calculating mind beneath her beauty. But it was Oya, his third and favorite wife, who was the wind to Sango's fire, a warrior queen who rode beside him into battle. She alone understood the weight of his power. In their moments of triumph, it was Oya who would take up the Oshe, wielding the heavy wooden staff as a ritual dance wand to celebrate the devastating beauty of the storm. Sango's downfall began with a thirst for absolute power. On a rocky hill overlooking the capital, he raised the Oshe to the heavens to test a new level of his magic. The twin blades acted as a conduit. The sky turned a bruised purple, and a white-hot bolt descended. But the power was too great. The lightning arched from his staff and struck the royal palace. Sango watched in horror as the fire he loved consumed his children and his wives. Broken by guilt, Sango walked away from his throne. As his enemies mocked that he had hung himself in shame, the sky suddenly split open. A roar of thunder silenced the city, and Sango's voice echoed from the clouds. Oba Koso! The king did not hang. He had ascended, becoming the eternal Orisha of thunder and lightning. To this day, when the storm rolls in, it is Sango wielding the Oshe, reminding the world that while kings may fall, true justice strikes from above.